Alright, so quite a bit of stuff got done today, which is good. So, we have the throttle cable hooked up to the throttle body. Now, the only concern I have is that this still has some slack in it, but when you pull this back, it does like work pretty easily. I'm gonna have to wait until I get it running and everything so I can check. Worst case scenario, I could probably find a bigger one of these pulleys so it would sit farther back. Because the problem is I'm using my old throttle cable, which has lost some of its tension over time. If you go back like 2 years, I had to adjust it to get the cruise control to work, so it was sloppy then. So as you can see, it's maxed out. It can't go any farther this way, the nuts can't go any farther this way, which means this thing can't go any farther that way, which is what you need to do to tension it. And this thing is all the way forward in its slot also. It did come with a new throttle cable, but I don't want to use it if I don't have to, because I have no idea like what underneath the dash I have to do. I mean, I can see on the new one there's some clips, but it's like if this will work, it's fine, and if I can just find a bigger pulley, I could tension it more that way. There's plenty of room underneath and for it to go back this way, where I can get a larger pulley and just fix it that way. And the pulley is there, of course, because the old throttle sat up here and it went this way. You pulled this way, so obviously that's there to reverse the direction. So the other thing I did, you can kind of see, not really, but the fuel lines are attached. I put the old plastic protectant on it because I've got them running down here past the ABS module and stuff, and then they come out there. I've zip tied them together and they keep going up to here, so you've got your supply line there, and then the return goes up, over, down through here, and then connects to the back of the fuel pressure regulator. I am going to order more like fuel line protecting so that I can run it over to the whole thing and not have to worry, because obviously that's going to be an issue there. This is going to be an issue here, and then even down there's a few things they could rub on, so I'm going to get something so I can fully protect them, make sure that nothing happens. The other thing I did, there's this, you can kind of see it right there, that loop, that's part of the transmission like vent tube. It used to be connected to the intake, and obviously it's not because the intake doesn't exist. So what I did, you can kind of see that rusty bolt right there. I connected that drain tube onto the like wiring clip for this harness, so neither of them are attached to anything, but they're attached to themselves or to each other, and it holds them in place pretty decently. The other thing I had to do, there were 4 ground wires coming off of the harness that went to 2 ring clamps that were bolted to something on the intake. Once again, the intake's gone, so their grounds are gone. So what I did is I ran each set of 2 into a butt connector that's somewhere inside of this electrical tape, and then eventually ran them into 1 wire of increasing gauge, and then I attached them to the ground that's on the wiper motor. So those have been regrounded. Let's see. And then, let's see. Oh, and I ran one of the vacuum lines, so you've got, let's see, you can see that fitting, and then there's like a piece of bike inner tube down there. That's protecting the line from the fuel rail, because the way that fitting is turned, it runs pretty much right into the fuel rail. And then that piece of vacuum tube goes along the fuel rail, comes up here, goes to PCV. This is too long, but it's fine, because what happens to this is I have to cut it, put a T in it, and then run a T to the IAC, which the IAC is going to go somewhere over there, because the other end of it connects to the barb on the intake, which will be over here. And there's a lot more room over here. There's literally going to be nothing on this side of the engine other than the cruise control and the intake tube coming across the top of the engine. So I may have once again said that wrong, but I have the directions that say what I need to do. Something needs to be teed into there. I'm pretty sure it's the IAC, and then the other end of the IAC goes to well, there's another fitting somewhere down there. Yeah, it points kind of, it's near where my finger is, and it points kind of down right into the fuel line, so that one's gonna be really fun to get on, but I'm sure I can do it. So I'll get that figured out, double check and make sure I did it right, or not did it right, but that I do it right when I do it. But I'm not gonna do that today because I think I'm done for today. So pretty much got the fuel system done, started working on the vacuum system, got the throttle cable connected. So theoretically I could run the intake, but I'm going to wait. And I did make sure that I use the right line for the supply and the right line for the return on the fuel by just, you know, giving the car power for a couple seconds and trying to turn it over so that it would shoot fuel out of the line. It's almost empty because it's been siphoning itself out through the supply line since I started working on this and dumping all over the floor. But that's fine because, like I said, like 2 videos or 3 videos ago, it's got 87 in the tank and it needs 91 or 93 depending on how well you want it to run. So next thing will pretty much be to figure out all the vacuum stuff, get that all set up, get some protection on the fuel lines so that I don't rip a hole in them and burn my car on fire. I was going to say set my car on fire, and I was going to say burn my car down, and I combine them together. It doesn't matter. And then that's really about it. I'm still waiting on the new 105 mil pulley so I can swap that out. And then I still have to rewire these two. The IAC, obviously that wiring's gonna have to go all the way over to there, and then the TPS I'm gonna run back along, or actually I think I'm gonna run along through here since TPS is right there, so that shouldn't be that big of a deal either. And we'll probably do that tomorrow. It's actually gonna be nice all week, so I won't have to stop because it's 30 degrees outside or anything.